Hello? Hello? I think it might be on now. And I don't know how I did that. Okay. Oh, I'm so tired. Oh shit, my water. Ugh. You know, it's so hard doing all this by yourself. Fucking sucks. Trying to make sure one of your 4 adult roommates don't walk in. You know, the ones that you've had since you were born. Your 5 roommates. I'd all have seen your ass. Probably wiped it. Okay. What's up? How's it going? If you're returning, what's up? How's it going? It's very good to see you again. This is episode 4 of Ups and Downs. And let's just jump right into it. Why don't we? Let's see, what's been going on this past week? Well, actually, last week I didn't even record because I actually had that episode with my friend James. If you haven't seen it yet, go watch that after this because it was a fun episode to make. It was a blast. I can say this now that I fixed the episode, but when I first uploaded it, I accidentally doxed him on camera. Sorry about that. I just fully said his address in full, and I was gonna cut it out to make it funny, or like cut it to make it funny, and I didn't. It just fully went over my head, so I completely forgot. But yeah, it's fixed now. So hopefully y'all didn't get that in time. But yeah, man. I've had a pretty good New Year so far. You know, just keeping the groove, trying to get ready for school, which fucking sucks. This is gonna be. I don't even know. Like my second to last semester or something like that before I graduate, which is pretty sick. I've actually been I registered for classes yesterday because I was finally able to pay my tuition, which fucking sucks. Working so much just to finally pay it right like a week before it actually starts. So who knows? Hopefully nothing bad happens, but that fucking sucks. Yeah. And it's like, it's so dumb too, because I have to still have like 3 university electives or whatever the fuck that means. And they're just like, hey, yeah, take any classes you want. So you're going to have me pay to take a class that's not required for my degree just so the university gets more money, basically. And then they still got all my student loans that I still gotta pay anyway. So what the fuck? And then it's like, oh yeah, but you never know what you're gonna learn. I took a Mexican American folklore class last semester. I didn't learn a single thing. The only thing I did was I did a project on Carlos Santana, and then we read some freaking Beaner poems, and I can honestly say like only one of them was good. That was it. You know, like that's all I remember. And then our professor gave us a book because it was a small class, so she like gave us a book to keep, which was kind of cool. But whatever. 3 grades in what, 5 months, 4 months? Yeah. And now I'm trying to look for another shit easy class like that, and there's nothing there at all. It's all like just normal shit. And then there's apparently a yoga class or a Tai Chi class. Like, you want me to pay essentially $2,000 just to do Tai Chi in the morning at 9 in the morning? What the fuck are you talking about, man? It's so dumb. Yeah, I actually have all the classes right here on my computer, so that's what I'm looking at. Ugh. So stupid. But yeah, man. That's what's going on right now. For that, I guess. Stupid. So if you know of any easy class recommendations, let me know, because God knows I have to figure something out. But yeah, man, I don't know why I keep saying that, but what else has been going on? Let me see what I have. So I saw this TikTok a while ago, and it was about this dude who was talking about shamanic drums, which was crazy, because I was like, oh yeah, drums just boom, 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 But no. So the way he explained it was that shamanic drums, they are these old things that shamans used to use, and they would like have a rhythm or like a beat or something, and then they would have them meditate, like have the person meditate, whether it was on like ayahuasca or something, but you'd hear it and you'd have to make your body like fully asleep, and then you'll start seeing hallucinations in like the darkness or whatever. But I heard from that video that you can just have hallucinations without doing anything. And I was like, oh, that's cool. It'll give me something to do right before I go to bed. So I started doing it, and man, it was weird. I don't know if it was just my imagination or something. It might have been. But I just kept seeing like these circles, and it was like doing this, like, I guess titty squeezing turn. And they were just like circling the entire time, and then just like, whoo. And then like right as I go to sleep too, I'd have the most vivid dreams. Like, what was the one I had yesterday? Oh, I was like back in my like middle school, like full middle school, in my middle school clothing, but I was still the size I am now, so all of it was like skin tight, and I looked like Chris Farley from Tommy Boy with the fat guy in a little coat. I was like walking around, and I was just like wandering through the halls, and for some reason Billy Ray Cyrus was there, and he was like, hey kid, you're going places. And I'm like, no, I'm actually not going anywhere. And then a zombie apocalypse was like happening at the same time, and then Billy Ray Cyrus with like his machete guitar was just like going to town, and I was completely stunned. And then like out of nowhere, we just start making out, and I don't even like country music, so I'm like automatically, what the fuck? And Billy Ray Cyrus, he's just like with his like goatee and his country accent. I'm like, shit, dude. But yeah, that was a weird one. That was a weird dream. But yeah, man. So if you want to have kooky dreams, I just typed in shamanic drums on YouTube or something, and I just played it like right before I was going to bed, and then it just turned off, and then just weird dreams, If I remember more, I'll talk about it more. But yeah, man, that was a little crazy. Considering like it's just a noise, so you're just like blocking off one sense essentially. And yeah. Sorry. Hopefully it's not bad. I don't think it's bad. So see what I got. I got one more thing to talk about that I really want to get into. Autocorrect spelled it Cart Williams, but it was about Katt Williams. Which, holy shit, that was a crazy interview. Like, I fucking love Katt Williams, dog. The Pimp Chronicles 1, it's like one of the best specials ever. But, so yeah, if y'all didn't watch it, the essential basics was Katt Williams, this like super top tier comedian. He went on Shannon Sharp's podcast, Club Shay Shay or something like that, I think. And I never watched it before, and that was the first and only episode I've seen, and it did not disappoint. It was awesome. And he basically talked about how a whole bunch of these entertainers were part of the Illuminati, had like their dicks sucked, or all this other shit, and all this weird stuff to like basically put them in the stratosphere, and then try to push everything down. But, or let me just start from the beginning. Okay, so the ones I remember correctly was Katt Williams. He talks about the Kings of Comedy like tour, which was this comedy tour of these like 4 big big comedians, and it was Bernie Mac, Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer, and then I think it was what was his name? No, not the King, honey. D.L. Hughley. So Cedric the Entertainer, Bernie Mac, D.L. Hughley, and Steve Harvey were all on this comedy tour. And they were just like going around. And then Katt Williams, he was talking about like, he was supposed to be the 4th king, but he stopped. And then Bernie Mac was the one who like stepped in after he like chose not to. And then Steve Harvey and Cedric the Entertainer were like shit talking on Bernie. And like, without a doubt, when it comes to black comedians, or just honestly minority comedians in general, Bernie Mac, he's like up there with Chappelle. Bernie Mac is the man. Kind of spit, oh my god. But dude, whether it was like movies, whether it was his stand-up, Bernie Mac was one of the funniest dudes that was alive, or funniest dudes of all time. Like him, Chappelle, Robin Williams, especially Robin Williams, dude. Like people taking too late, and like, or too late, people taking too early. But yeah, and he was talking about that, and like he was going on and on about how like Cedric the Entertainer and Steve Harvey stole jokes. The only reason why Steve Harvey went last in that whole tour was that it was his tour. So it was like, obviously, if you're putting the tour together, you headline. But then, if you have Bernie Mac open for you, you can't hate on him because he's funnier than you. He really is. Bernie Mac was the funniest out of all those guys. And if I'm being totally real, totally 100% real, I've seen Bernie Mac stand up way more than I've seen of Cedric the Entertainer and Steve Harvey. I've only seen Cedric and Steve Harvey's stand up on the original Kings of Comedy. I never, ever saw them do stand up outside of that. Maybe I saw Steve Harvey do like some on the Steve Harvey show or like Family Feud, but that was kind of it. Like I mainly remember them as actors, and I don't even remember that much of Cedric the Entertainer in movies. I remember him being that dude from Barbershop who was like the old man and being like, ah, ah, you cut hair wrong. Ah, you're doing good, kid. You know? And then he would like eat chicken. That's not me being racist. He would actually eat chicken, like in the movie. But yeah, and like, what else did he talk about? He talked about them being in the Illuminati, which I first heard a hint about it when I saw this conspiracy theory about Will Smith being like lovers with his best friend or something like that, and how like a whole bunch of like old Hollywood dudes would basically latch on young talent just to have their teeth sunk in to corrupt their minds so they can succeed and make so much more money, but they can take it like that. And that's what like Katt Williams talked about. And he mentioned Jonathan Majors too, which was wild because I didn't even think about that. It was like you had Loki come out, you had Ant-Man Quantumania come out where he's Kang in both of those. You had Creed 3. There's probably some other movies I'm missing around that time too. But he was like skyrocketing. And like 2 weeks or something like that later, all crashing down. Like arrested for domestic violence, goes on trial. I think about couple months later. No, when did this happen? What date is it right now? The 9th. So it happened like a month ago. Yeah, like the beginning of December. He was like convicted of like all these things and was like sent to jail. Excuse me. Oh my god. Where he was convicted for I think like 2 years or sentenced to 2 years. And he was fired from Disney too. I doubt he's gonna work in the entertainment industry. Actually, no. They're a part of the Illuminati. They'll get work. I mean, look at Tom Cruise, man. Like, nobody makes that many Mission Impossibles without selling their soul, man. I was there, man. You know? But I digress. What else? There was one more that I mentioned. Illuminati, Bernie Mac. But yeah, that was a crazy interview. Like, it honestly, not just me, but I know a whole bunch of other people, just like normal people who like don't even watch a whole bunch of comedy, but like just are casual enjoyers. They like have so much more respect for Katt Williams now. So much. Which like you should. He's the man. Go watch his comedy specials. Go watch like the movies he's in. Go see everything. Oh, Kevin Hart. That was the other big one. And Ludacris, I guess, too. So, I'll go quick. So, Kevin Hart was, like, he grew up doing his stand-up on the East Coast. Because he was from Philly. And then he would go, I think it was, like, Philly and New York and Boston. And, like, all those, like, New England states. And it was crazy. Because then it's, like, he talks about if he had a documentary about him doing stand-up in the East Coast, how is it that he instantly became like a movie star in LA and then was like selling out shows and stuff like that? A little weird. It's a little weird. Because I think the first time I saw Kevin Hart in like a small role, it was him playing that little do-rag dude from Scary Movie 3. Like, he was a hype man. He was on, hey, man! Ooh, that was kind of... I think the first time I saw Kevin Hart, it was Scary Movie 3, where he was, like, the hype man. And... yeah. And he was talking about, like, how did he just skyrocket out of nowhere? Because the Illuminati in Hollywood took him in, and they were like, hey, wear a dress in, I forgot what movie, but they were like, hey, wear a dress in this, and then you'll just keep getting roles and making money. And I was like, there's no way you can believe that. There's no way. But then it's like, it makes more sense because I've never seen a Kevin Hart show like come near the town I'm in. Or not town, the city I'm in. I think, if anything, he went to like Houston. If that. But even then, I follow him on social media, and like, there's nothing. No shows that I've seen near us. But what do I know? And then, on top of that, I don't see anybody at Kevin Hart shows at all. I don't see any posts of them at Kevin Hart shows at all. It just makes it crazier because it's like, how does Kevin Hart come out with like 30 movies a year? Like 30 movies a year. Some of them, actually half of them, bad. They're like almost all bad. Like, from the 2020s, I have Kevin Hart's thing pulled up here. You got Fatherhood, which I didn't see. The Man from Toronto, DC League of Super Pets, Lift, Me Time with Mark Wahlberg, which that movie was ass, bro. I haven't seen the Borderlands movie because it hasn't came out yet, but hopefully it's good. But like, there's all these movies, and it's like, how? You know? How? Not making sense. And then Ludacris too. Like, I'm not even that big of a Ludacris fan anyway. Like, I like some of his older stuff, but it's like, if you have all these allegations come out at you, and then you respond to them, that makes you look more guilty. You know? Because think about it this way. If somebody says something about you online and you just like shrug it off, you could be like, oh, it doesn't matter. He's just saying weird shit or whatever, you know, he's doing all that weird stuff. But if you're Ludacris and you're explicitly saying like, no Illuminati, no nothing, in a freestyle rap, and respond to it a day after it's published. That's guilt right there, man.
Whatever's heavy on my heart is always on my mind. Like Snoop's cannabis shredder, I'm always on my grind. They throwing shade cause niggas could never take my shine. I bring my watch collection on my jet, let me take my time. Like fine wine, I'm aging like Benjamin. Top 5, I'm worth mentioning. Bring me rappers, I'm lynching them. See the pendulum swing, Jesus with diamond thorns. Ludacris, swaddled in Gucci linens when I was born. Never been Illuminati, only Illuminati. And I only left with bitches when coming from any party. Now I'm married with kids, the evolution of life. Never been a clout chaser, never say shit for likes. R.I.P. John Singleton. You never have to flex when you earn every one of your Fast and Furious checks. Afro with the sideburns, yeah, that's my signature. Addictions on the rise, comedians check your temperature.
That's full guilt right there, man. But yeah, that episode was badass, man. You should go watch it. It gets even crazier. And respect to Katt Williams, man. Not many people would do that, and that's why Katt Williams is like the GOAT when it comes to shit like that. I really respect him, and I'm actually excited for his new special that's going to be coming out. So I don't know about y'all, but I'm going to watch it because Katt Williams is a fucking man. But that's pretty much all I got today. It was very good to see y'all again. And I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace out. Or bye. Still haven't figured out an outro yet.